Beautiful morning here in San Francisco, a little bit of overcast, fog type thing, and it's supposed to be about 72 today in the warmest areas. We're supposedly in a cool period with a low pressure coming over, but it's only a dry front kind of thing, has no rain. You know, we haven't talked about the temperate old growth rainforests in quite some time. So I think we better get caught up on it. Temperate old growth rainforests are absolutely crucial for sustainability. There have been so many studies saying that we definitely need the old growth forest. Well, up in Vancouver Island, British Columbia, red and yellow cedar trees, 1,000 years old, are being cut down for lumber. Being cut down for lumber? Man, these trees are so valuable, but yet we cut down a 100-year-old tree. It gets used on some fence, stays up for maybe 10 years, and is thrown away. What a waste. What a waste. We could use recycled material to make fencing material that then can be recycled over and over. There's so many ways of getting out of having to cut old growth forests, whether they're temperate or jungle or whatever. We should not be cutting down trees that are 1,000 years old. Unfortunately, there's something that's driving this incredible appetite for lumber right now, and there's a shortage of it, of all makes and types. We're short on all lumber right now. Lumber prices are doubling or tripling, or even going higher in some places. It's interesting that money is always the driver of the destruction of our environment. So let's go ahead and look at these clear-cut pictures while I talk here. As you can see, there are many patches of clear-cut. For some reason, people think, well, the only way the forest will grow back is by clear-cutting it, so then you have to start it all at the same time. Of course, then you have monoculture, all the same trees, and they all come up exactly the same time, then you recut them again. But that does not mean sustainability. What that means is you shouldn't be cutting them at all. If you have to clear-cut a forest, you should not be cutting trees in that forest, period. Another thing that's so important is soil erosion. When you clear-cut a forest like this, you cause severe soil erosion, and then where that mud and wetness goes is down in the creeks and the valleys, and then they get filled up with silt and muddy water, and the fish can't come up and spawn, so you lose generations of fish. Also, when you clear cut, the streams that are exposed to the sunlight are artificially heated up much hotter than they used to be, so killing off the aquatic life that was in them in the first place. So many reasons you do not cut old growth forests of any kind. You put those as reserves. You can cut trees, but selectively and scientifically. You can't just go and bulldoze a whole section and say, oh, it's a triangular cut, so that this and that. Wherever the cut stops and the forest starts, all those trees will be out of balance because the other trees will help holding them up in a big windstorm. So you'll find that after a few years of these clear cuts, you'll find that the clear cut keeps getting bigger and bigger because more and more trees blow over in the wind, causing a bigger opening. Something else. I wish we really would start using science. All right, and again, we seem to have fixed the problem for now. I don't know what that was all about on YouTube, where it was substituting an old video for the new one, but we're going to keep them short for a while until we can figure out what caused that, so we know what to look forward to next time. But here in the U.S., we have an absolute assault, an attack on our U.S. Constitution and our democracy. I hope everyone is watching. You may like or dislike Rachel Maddow, but she puts it pretty clearly what is going on. Another one is Democracy Now!, Amy Goodman. Now, I know there's a lot of people who have trouble with these two hosts, but I tell you, if you want accurate, serious news, those are the people you go to. One's corporate, one isn't. So pick or choose, or listen to both. That's what I do. And I get the more accurate news that way, of not just listening to one particular news outlet or infotainment network. But right now, the U.S. is under a severe assault, and it's the voting rights that's going bad. I'm afraid our current president is failing in all types of ways. He keeps thinking he can work with the Republicans. It's not going to happen. No matter what you work out, they will still vote against you. Why are you wasting hours and days and weeks on trying to work with the Republicans? Get rid of the filibuster. Do whatever you can do to fix the problem. You've got a sinking economy on your hands, and you're not doing much about it. Come on, Biden. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You've got an environmental infrastructure plan. Get it out there and stop giving in to the Republicans. When did the Republicans ever give in to the Democrats when they were in charge? They ignored you guys. They threw you under the bus. They tried every way to eliminate you from the planet, and yet you still ponder to these right-wing thugs. Why? Why? Why?